We're going to talk about Christmas because we were all getting fired up this week, all my colleagues and I, and we were just saying, I could have sworn when I was growing up, Steve, that, all the Christmas stuff started coming out at the earliest late November. And there's been that trend. The stores, I think this year might have gone a little bit later, as in they did it at the beginning of September. Last year it was in mid-August. Putting all of their, stuff to buy out 3-4 months ahead of time. And you got to just kind of say, really, I mean, it's almost against the spirit of the thing. I almost feel like that, in my head, it ticks over to the 1st of December and I start thinking about it. Not in mid-August.
Yeah. Well, I think you hit the nail on the head there. There's Christmas spirit.
Yep.
But then I've heard it in the traditional media also described as retail spirit. And
Right.
they're two very different things. So I think it's just, obviously the retail market just trying to spread Christmas to as long and as wide as they can, because some guy with a bar chart probably worked out you'll sell more Christmas gifts.
But how far does it go? They can't, start selling Christmas stuff in February. They can't keep pushing it back that far. Or can they? They just have a permanent Christmas fixture on level 5 in the department store, and you can just go in and get whatever you want. Or, like
careful, Ben. Someone might hear that. I reckon that would work.
I'm not. Well, that's why I can see it happening.
Look, it's going to happen. It's only a question of when. But look, this is a bit of a big data thing. So to relate it back to science, part of this, every part of our retail experience is now analysed.
Yeah.
Usually around 3 main things, which is when you bought, in terms of the date, and what might have been going on around that time, how long it took you to purchase, and then obviously, what you pay for whatever it is you purchase. So, they're always trying to get those tills ka-chinging with Christmas cheer, and
that's an understatement, to be sure.
Well, I think they've done it very subversively. I mean, the post-Christmas sales are effectively a continuation of Christmas sales, the other side of the date. And they've been doing that for years. That's been very clever. But that only tends to last a week. I can definitely see them moving Christmas further around. I mean, let's face it, there's been the whole Christmas in July movement around for a while, and I don't see any reason personally not to have 2 Christmases a year.
I mean, I can understand if it's a chance to, take some time off and celebrate, we can always do that at any time.
Why it has to need a UN sanctioned day off in the middle of the year, June 21st maybe, to celebrate a second Christmas.
I mean, I can kind of understand the sales thing after Christmas, and actually, if you're a clever Christmas shopper, you'd go after Christmas and buy all the stuff for next year when it's 75% off or whatever, especially when it comes to decorations and things like that. There's an argument, there's a few articles I was reading on it where retailers are basically saying, a bit like how you're saying, they've analysed shopping patterns, gotten some feedback, etc. They want to start it earlier because people apparently plan these things a bit more in advance. They want to do their shopping crazily enough in August. I thought, part of the festive spirit was actually buying the stuff in the festive season
at the last minute.
Yeah, that's what you should. That's what everyone should do.
Devastation.
And but it just sort of rang hollow for me. I can understand maybe, but what about everyone else? The first thing I hear is, and it happened last year around August as well, people came back into the office and they just said, all the Christmas decorations are up, and it was done in that kind of, real dismissive tone, like, yep, they're at it again. And it feeds into this idea of, even though it's been like this for years, obviously, but this just corporatized commercialization of an event like this. And I actually feel like, especially compared to, say, the 80s when I was growing up, I felt the Christmas season then, but I'm not sure if I'm feeling it anymore because it's just become numbing to have it there for about 4 months.
Well, look, when it's basically being distilled down to gift cards. I think once gift cards came in, that was a big game changer, really. At that point, then, what are you giving? Really, you're just giving nothing. It's just a customary exchange of gifts.